This digital citizenship website is created primarily for teachers and school leads to use in developing their digital citizenship plans for their school and in supporting students and parents through the resources that you'll find here as well. This video is going to give you a general tour of the tabs at the top of the sites, and the next videos will give you an in-depth view of each of the 9 elements of digital citizenship. So first of all, the first page of the site gives you a welcome, gives you links connected to the 9 elements of digital citizens right from the very front page of the site. If you're a teacher or a parent, you may want to just go to the front page and click right into these links in order to find resources that work for you. Now, if you're a school lead or a teacher, you may want to explore the other tabs on this site much further. So the first tab here is Benchmarks and Resources. If you click on Benchmarks and Resources, the first page you reach is an overview of the resources that have already been developed for teachers and students. They're all based on the 9 elements of digital citizenship, which is a collection of elements on digital citizenship put together by Mike Ribble. A couple of years ago here at Edmonton Public Schools, a group of teachers got together and created benchmarks that relate to each of those 9 elements. You're able to click on this table itself to download those elements, just like this. And now you have access to those elements that you may decide to use as a checkpoint as you come up with a more coordinated approach to digital citizenship for your school. The other thing that you'll find on this page is links to resources for each of those elements of digital citizenship. That's down the right-hand side there. If you go further down on that tab, you'll see those same links to all of those resources. So let's say you're putting together a plan for digital citizenship at your school and you're thinking, you know what, we really need to be focusing on digital etiquette this month. You can scroll down to digital etiquette, you can click on it, and it will take you to that page based on digital etiquette. Each of the pages that are connected to each of the 9 elements of digital citizenship are created in the same way. There is an arrow at the top that takes you Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3 in terms of those EPSB benchmarks. There is a definition of that particular element. You see where those benchmarks fit within the entire framework that was developed, and there are links to all kinds of classroom resources that are based on that particular element. If you click on the link right above where the element is shown, it takes you to all of those resources on a Google Doc. That is true for each of the 9 elements, and we'll explore those in depth in separate videos. That's the Benchmarks and Resources tab. The Definitions tab, as you start planning for a more coordinated approach to digital citizenship at your school, don't miss the Definition tab. It will help you pull in a definition of digital citizenship that really just takes what you're already doing in terms of citizenship and expands it into that digital realm. How you do that, looking at different definitions that are valued about digital citizenship so far, take a look at this page. It will give you those tools. Now, drilling into planning even more, we have planning resources and planning how-tos. The Planning Resources tab is where you're going to find all kinds of resources to help you with your digital citizenship planning. There are planning templates, 2 approaches. Template 1 is a blank template that looks at each of the 9 elements of digital citizenship and lets you come up with how you believe your school will address each of those 9 elements. So for example, element number 1, respect and protect yourself, digital well-being. It gives you the 3 benchmarks that had been developed by the team of teachers a couple of years ago, and then it asks you to look at what are indicators and skills at your school that will show that students have met each of those goals, and allows you to develop strategies to meet each one of those goals. That is one approach to digital citizenship planning. The other approach, the other template, is a more constructivist template. And so if you would like to work with stakeholders at your school, a group of teachers, an interested parent representative, perhaps some student representatives, then what you can do is review your definition of digital citizenship as a school and then think, okay, what is a look at what our school is like now, what elements are indicated through that, what is our goal a year from now, how are we going to get from here to there, where is that going to fit in terms of our teaching at our school, any resources that you'd like to pull in particularly to support teachers in that teaching, and match to the EPSB sequencing documents if you would like to do that. So this is more of a constructivist approach to planning. Either approach works great, and you'll know what's best for your school. On our planning resources page, you will also find some fantastic scope and sequence documents. First and foremost is those group benchmark guidelines that were developed by that team. And here we have them color coordinated under the headings of respect and protect yourself, others, and property. And safety, security, rights and responsibilities, health and wellness, Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. So each of the 9 elements is coordinated by division. Everything is color-coded. You'll also see resources that have been put together by other places, such as the New York City Department of Education and the Lester B. Pearson School Board in Quebec. These groups have put together fantastic resources that will help you in terms of your planning for effective digital citizenship integration at your school. We also have links to parent presentations that were developed by members of the TIPS team. If you would like to use any of these presentations, you are welcome to use them, take them, tweak them so that they work best for your context. We want to be here to help you as best we can through the process. So that's the Planning Resources tab. There is also a subpage here called Planning How-Tos, and it just helps you kind of wrap your head around that whole idea of getting from here to there. Assess your local landscape, involve staff, students, and parents in the conversation, develop a plan that supports a growth of culture of digital citizens at your school, and making it visible through student learning activities and links to those 2 templates that we just took a quick look at. Now, we're developing a page of activities. Here we have student challenges. Some of them are created by media agencies already, such as Media Smarts, Net Smarts, and Common Sense Media. And we're also beginning to explore the notion of badge-based challenges. This is still under development, but come back soon and you'll be able to see some sample activities that help your students earn badges in the area of digital citizenship. The response page, unfortunately, we want to be proactive, but we all know that sometimes things just go wrong. So if students have missed the mark in the area of digital citizenship, know that really this is a behavior issue, not an issue that would be developed or dealt with just as digital citizenship. There is a link here to the EPSB Student Behavior and Conduct page, and you can read about that there. And we also have a sample digital citizenship intervention record as a Google form that you can link to here, which helps take, again, a more proactive response to when things go sideways. So this has the student reflect upon the action that took place, has them come up with ways in which they can respond themselves to their action in order to get themselves back on track. So this whole nature of response is covered on the website. Getting near the end here, we have the research. There are a number of books, research and articles, and Alberta education resources, and of course the Edmonton Public Schools resources that relate to digital citizenship. And there are the references to the site that are primarily looking at Alberta Ed's Digital Citizenship Policy Development Guide and Mike Ribble's work. And last but not least, we have a link here to all of the resources that were created for teachers and parents have been pulled together on one document that you're able to share with parents who are interested in digital citizenship. It's a 15-page document, so you may not want to print the whole document at once, but you are welcome to do that. All of the links in this document have been provided with short URLs so that people will be able to type them in conveniently. That gives you an idea of our whole digital citizenship website. The guts of the website, though, really are these benchmarks and resources and drilling down into each of those 9 elements to see what teacher and parent resources lie there. We're going to talk about those in future videos.